Hi, this is Lynn with Educating with Wisdom, and I don't mean to sound really tacky. Let's see if we can go in and discuss some of the stuff about the Meghan Markle and her resume. I have found additional information that I think you will like. I put this stuff up on YouTube. You're going to see where I put it up on YouTube. And I'm going to pull up some of the new stuff that they have on it. Of course, I believe that she's the second beast. Her father came up to see me. Look at it. Something is wrong with her. So much of what she is writing about is fallacious. But not only that, but her publisher is called The Crown. That was interesting. Okay, let's go into my channel. Let's see if I can get there. Meghan Markle pregnancy lies. And in this, I also go into her resume. There's been 9 views. That's interesting. Only 9 views. Notice this, Heaven's Prescription for Global Peace. Okay, so when I go into this, I discuss about her pregnancy lies, but I also talk about her resume and how it's fallacious, how she could not have been in Argentina and also been in Spain at the same time. So let's go in and take a peek at this for just a moment. Okay, here we go. Meghan Markle resume. This is what came up, and it resurfaced after I went in and I went after her resume and said her stint in Argentina. They are going after all of North America, South America, and it's all about Barack Obama. And this is his clone, the December 4 clone. I pointed this out in July of 2017. I sent it to the Russians. I was basically harassed by a man claiming to be Meghan Markle's father. August the 21st, 2017, when I went out to protest against the British, Barack Obama, Meghan Markle, the Canadians, and the setup that was happening in North America. I had no idea they were going after all of the Commonwealth. And of course, Prince Harry has been put over the youth of the Commonwealth. He's been put over all the vets for the Commonwealth. It's getting really interesting here. So let's see. You can see that my stuff is not online. What came up before this? Online, 17 hours ago. According to them, and we're going to take a look at this acting resume. Let's take a look. So let's go back to the earliest one that says that was there. That came up when I was here. Let me scroll up. one day ago. This is going to say actually that it came up more than 1 day ago. It should say that it came up Here we go. Well, actually, I don't see it, so. Meghan Markle's former acting headshot, old resume resurfaced online, Evening Star, 19 hours ago. Notice this is not even real. There is nothing real about it. And she says that she had a stint in the Spanish consulate and she speaks French and all these other things. She does dance, ballet, jazz, tap, musical theater. Actually, we have never seen her. I looked at her little school things that they show her. I mean, I'm musically and mathematically gifted. I taught dance. I don't see a dancer in her at all. There is nothing special in what they're showing her. But that resume, her TV appearances are limited to 2, blah, blah, blah. A number of roles are here. Stepping out, Meghan, who is thought to have been 20. Kickboxing, Argentinian, and Argentinian dialects. Okay, that's Spanish, French, and Argentinian dialects. Here we go. This is completely bogus, and there is nothing here. Remember, this is supposedly uploaded into a Facebook page. Why would the finger be there, and why would it be not uploaded into a Facebook page? And who would be holding on to this at that time? They simply would have uploaded it. There is nothing real about any of this going on. All right, let's put you on pause for just a moment. Alrighty, here we go. Meghan Markle exclusive interview about Suits, Rachel Maria Claire. Meghan Markle, Queen of the World documentary, because of course she puts all of the Commonwealth around her veil. And then there's stuff online that says the Queen is asking, why do you even have a veil? You have been married before, then Princess Eugenie gets married, and there is no veil. Meghan Markle's veil had to be in production for about a year. If you take a look at all the Commonwealth countries that are coming around, I'm telling the Commonwealth right now, Barack Obama, they all want the Commonwealth. As well as North and South America, they want everything. Oh, and as it turns out, the publisher for Mrs. Obama's book is the Queen. And then again, she has the whole Kill Whitey relationship with Kehenda Wildley. So this gets really interesting. So let's take a look at this Meghan Markle suits, because this gets really interesting as well. Let's open it up. Meghan Markle, and it's supposed to be Maria Claire, on the struggles of getting into the TV industry. Exclusive for Maria Claire, Meghan Markle opened. This is written by Maura Branigan. Now we're going to fast forward into Maura Branigan in a moment. Here, okay? How she made it into politics. By my junior year, I had finished most of my credits, and I applied for an internship at the U.S. Embassy, so I ended up working in the embassy in Buenos Aires for a few months. Now, let me explain something. These internships are not like 2 months. We're not visiting there. There's a learning curve that goes on. 2, she's a double major. I'm going to tell you, just from her theater major, she says, I had most of this taken care of, a double major in theater and international relations. Let me be honest, folks, because I have, 4 classes in drama. I have a very strong minor in music. You have to do your productions. You have to do, and a major is looking at 45 credits at least. All right? So she would have to do several productions on top of all those other things. How did she have most of these things done by the end of her sophomore year? So that during her junior year, when she is, and she said she was there in 2002, the beginning, the way it has it, so here I am 20 years ago, and in her junior year, when she really hasn't finished anything, she's in Buenos Aires in a motorcade doing this whole thing. I thought for sure I would still have a career in politics. Then I came back. All right, this whole thing is a scam. Then it says, excuse me, I'm sorry. So here she is. She's the beginning of her junior year. She has already completed most of her university credits. Anybody that does theater knows the amount of work you have to do in terms of your studios, your productions, and all those things. It's incredible. And again, her dancing, showing her as a kid in school, this is nothing impressive at all. I see nothing that even lets me think she had dance, and she certainly has legs that have no indication of any dance whatsoever. She has very little development in her calf muscles. In terms of being a foodie, this is a woman that is bordering on anorexia. This is just deployed to cover her own eating disorders. This is incredible. So here she is, 20. Then it goes on to say in another article, oh, it's in this one. She's 20 years old. I thought for sure I would still have a career in politics. Then I go back to LA for Christmas, and a friend of mine from college introduced me to this manager. So if this happened, this would have happened and not in 2002. This would have had to have been 2001. In 2001, she would have been 20 years old. That's not what the rest of her resume says. And then now it comes up on her resume in terms of this international study abroad program. This is going to tear them apart, that she did months in Spain with their international study program at the same time. Let me tell you something, folks. When was she doing her actual work for school? Because you're going to see in that piece, Meghan Markle and her maternity lies, she came back for LA Christmas and a friend of mine from college. So she's not even 21 here. This is halfway through her junior year. Remember, when you go in and do these stints, this is not 6 weeks. There is you're working there. So they have to train you. They have to do all these things. This is not about you showing up. This is about what you're going to contribute and also what you're going to get. This is not a 6-week thing. It's normally not a 3-month thing. It's normally looking at 6 months, 9 months, and a year thing. So let's make sure we understand this. Now let's go in and see the Maria Claire article that she says this. It took an exclusive from MariaClaire.com. Meghan Markle opens up about her character Rachel Zane and how long it took her to finally get a role. By Maura Branigan. May 1st, we're going to look up Maura Branigan. You're going to see that she is part of the Chicago machinery. When we learned that Meghan Markle, this interview was originally published in June 2013. When you go to that magazine, June 2013, there is absolutely no indication from the cover that she's been in it. But let's go in. This interview was originally published by June 2013. Let's remember. Let's come out of this. Remember, she has almost all of her stuff done by halfway through her junior year, a double major. Theater. Are you kidding? Let's take a look at this. And Meghan Markle, I have it in the original. Wildcats. Here we go, the Evanston Review. Let's go down, and this was done December 8th, 2018. No, it's done. It was actually written last year. Here we go, November 27th. Remember, I have been protesting her. It's for over a year and a half. I've been protesting. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Who graduated from 2003? But she's in Buenos Aires midway through her junior year. Okay, because she has all of this, nothing listed. Here we go. In the April issue of Allure magazine, Markle, whose mother is African American, whose father is white, talked about discussing race and class. Everything is about her biraciality. They make the same thing about Barack Obama. It's incredible. She is totally about race, as are. Here we go. As are, she described as forward thinking. Let's take a look at who's there. In April issue, whose mother is African American, whose father is white, talked about discussing race and class. I took an African American studies class at Northwestern where we explored colorism. It's the first time I could put a name on things. Now, when she says that people were making disparage comments about race, no, we don't. Look at how old I am. I'm going to be 60 next week, and nobody makes a disparaging comment about race in these schools. You've got to be kidding. It doesn't happen. All right? She was never championing women's rights causes at this time. This never happened. I was a member of the Voice of Women. I did Take Back the Night March organization when I was college. She did nothing in terms of gender equality while she was in the school. In college, she was a double major. Here we go. Let's go in. There's something else that her professor says, that she was in his class, and that's important. So this is a different one. I actually have it in my... Now this is the real Northwestern piece by Kirsten Samuelson, November 28, 2017. On behalf of the Northwestern University, the Los Angeles native gives a national fame. Theater, here we go. Theater Department Chair Harry Young distinctly remembers Meghan Markle as one of 8 students in a theater history and criticism seminar. Oh my goodness, she was in campus on 2003. That was in that spring, his first year of Northwestern. The twice-a-week class centered around the works by African-American playwrights and often involved discussions. So how did she have most of her work done? by her sophomore year. And then there are other things that say she went to Spain the beginning of her senior year. It is a complete mess. But let's get into who this Maura Brannigan is. All right? So she was on campus studying, and she didn't spend her summers, as it says on her resume, at home with her mother working in soup kitchens as a volunteer. Okay, Maura Brannigan. She did this article here on supposedly on May the 1st, 2018 for Maria Claire. But she's a senior editor at Fashionista. Previously, she covered Digital Beat for this. Let's go in and take a look what it actually says. She does not list a 2013 stint, and she does not list that she's working for Maria Claire. Maura Brannigan. She's a senior editor of Fashionista. Previously, she covered the digital news beat for Lucky and did assistant thing at Maria Claire. Before that, Maura both grew up and spent her college years in Chicago. Oh, the Chicago Obama machine, during which she interned a number of culture featured pieces. Okay, so let's go in and see what she's done. These outdoor voices, December the 6th. Here she's doing this. She got quite an edge on the Meghan Markle thing. December the 5th. Now she's working for Fashionista. She's not working for Maria Claire here. Here she goes. The 21st of 2018. These are all of her things. We're waiting to see this article. October. You're gonna see all these things that she was involved in. Some of these things do have Meghan Markle on them. See, that says Meghan Markle. See more. So she got a certain inside thing. They found her. We're going down into that May. Meghan Markle wore a bifocal thing for her dress. Remember, May the 1st. There's May the 19th. There's May the 18th. Here we go. We're looking. One more. And she's always working for, who's she working for? Fashionista during this time. May the 3rd. May the 1st. The California label getting to care about our national park. She wrote that. She did this by Maura Brannigan, May the 1st, 2018. This is starting to up. She's working for there. This is here. Michelle Obama wore a very cool denim jacket on the 3rd. She did not do that article that is listed for her for Maria Claire on May the 1st, 2018, quoting an article from June the 2013. So let's go look at Maria Claire, June the 2013. Now, if this was something Meghan Markle was definitely in, take a look at what's here. I don't know it's actually in this article, but given that nothing else is real, Maria Claire, June 2000 and here, this would be a collector's item. Just a collector's item. And there is no mention on the cover at all. Doesn't have to be, but it's a collector's item. Is it there? No. Now let's go in and see YouTube Meghan Markle resume. And then I need to go. Supposedly, this came up before I put my stuff out. It didn't, but it's interesting to see what they put up here. Oh, here we go. I forgot to do resume. That's why it didn't work. It cares that I don't spell. Here we go. Let's take a look at what this wonderful thing came up as. This came up on the 7th. There's no picture of this quote-unquote Facebook posting. It's all bogus. There is no mention There's no actual real person behind that management thing. She did kickboxing, all kinds of things. This is cute. Which is not dated, is listed. Stage. Look at Stag. That's interesting. They deliberately put this stuff up here in terms of that she was in Spain. No, this is and then it says in another part of her resume elsewhere that she studied in Spain. Now, let me make this clear for just a moment, and then I have to go. Other than a little blip that they did on Suits to make it look like she was comfortable working in Spanish, we have never heard her do anything in Spanish. I'm sure she is busy right now learning Spanish up a storm because she's got to cover herself. As is the royal family. They have a nanny that's teaching the kids Spanish so that they can take over everything in South America and the Americas. Okay? Here we go. There was one that came up that was really interesting. Let me just put you on pause for a moment.